We paid for business class, not a daycare, Charles scoffed, his voice slicing through the quiet cabin. Laughter rippled around him, cold, sharp, and aimed at Emma and the small boy dozing against her shoulder. Emma didn't react. She simply tightened her hold around her son, his teddy bear pressed between them, her eyes steady and unbothered. Moments later, the captain's voice cracked through the intercom. "Attention passengers, we require immediate assistance from International Aviation Security Advisor, Mrs. Emma Carter. Please make your way to the cockpit." Silence fell like a hammer. Charles stiffened, color draining from his face. Whispering stopped mid-sentence. All eyes turned to the woman they had just mocked. Emma didn't stand immediately. She brushed her son's hair gently, then handed him to the flight attendant with a quiet, "Please watch him for a moment." She rose with calm precision and walked toward the cockpit, without looking back. But before this moment, the cruelty had already been building. The business class cabin gleamed with polished wood and expensive suits. Emma's plain sweater and worn jeans stood out like a bruise. Her old suitcase, the one everyone stared at, rested beneath her seat like proof she didn't belong. "That has to be a mistake," Charles muttered earlier, flashing his gold watch as he nudged the hedge fund manager beside him. "Security advisor? She looks more suited to wiping tables than handling security." More laughter. "She probably bought a discounted seat," Olivia chimed in sweetly. "Or found that suitcase in a thrift store," someone else added. They picked her apart, her clothes, her silence, her child. Every whisper sharpened into a blade. People like her ruin the experience. Business class isn't charity. She should have stayed in economy. Single mother with coupons in her bag. Embarrassing. Out of place. Emma said nothing. She adjusted her son's blanket and stared out the window at the endless gray sky. Her stillness unsettled them, not weakness, but control, like steel hidden under softness. When turbulence shook the cabin, she didn't flinch. When water spilled from her son's glass, she calmly wiped it. And when Charles sneered, "Can't even raise her kid properly," she didn't lift her eyes. But something shifted when her son whispered, half awake, holding his teddy bear. "Daddy gave me this." Her hand paused, just a breath, over an old photo in her bag, a pilot in uniform standing beside a younger Emma under a summer sky. Then Clara, the flight attendant, appeared. "Miss Carter, the captain needs you." More snickering followed as Emma walked away. Probably just fetching coffee. Maybe a secretary. A token hire. A babysitter with a fake title. But when she entered the cockpit, everything changed. Unidentified aircraft. Potential breach. Emergency protocols. Her voice shifted into command. Crisp, precise, fluent in codes no one in the cabin would understand. The co-pilot stared like he was watching a legend come alive. When Emma returned, every gaze followed her, uncertain now. "So, what are you?" a man mocked weakly. "Some kind of VIP?" "You'll know soon," Emma replied softly, her son now awake, fingers clinging to her sleeve. And then the announcement hit. "Ladies and gentlemen, the Davenport Group is now under international investigation." A gasp swept the cabin. All eyes turned to Charles. His hands trembled. Emma opened a folder, credentials gleaming beneath the cabin lights. Lead investigator, Global Financial Oversight and International Aviation Security. Charles swallowed hard. You are the one in charge?" "Yes," Emma said quietly, "and you've just shown me exactly who you are." The humiliation that once belonged to her now hung around them. Olivia's phone buzzed, her face white. The hedge fund manager sat frozen. People who once whispered now looked away. Charles tried one last desperate strike. "No one respects you," he shouted. "Cold, alone, power won't save you. You'll die alone." His words cracked in the silence. Emma looked at him, calm, steady, unbreakable. Her son's small hand wrapped around hers. And then the cockpit door opened. The captain stepped out, removing his cap, warmth and recognition softening his eyes. He walked straight to Emma, taking her hand with reverence, not protocol. "Ladies and gentlemen," he announced, voice firm and proud, "it is my honor to tell you